college baseball needs more eyes because Tuesday had some real weirdness. Let's start with the loudest one. Jacksonville State beat Auburn 15-4, and that was not some little upset. Auburn got run rolled at home. Jacksonville State dropped 15 runs on 17 hits, and that's the kind of score that jumps off the page immediately. Then you got Bethune-Cookman beating LSU 10-7 in Baton Rouge. That's another one that turns heads fast. LSU had some bats pop up, but man, they're struggling on midweeks. Jake Brown drove in 2, Derek Curiel had 3 hits and 2 RBIs, and Cade Arambide had 3 hits, but they still got clipped at home. Kansas beating Nebraska 5-3 was another good one in the Big 12 reunion there, especially because Nebraska had been rolling at home. Kansas flipped it late. And from reports around that game, Brady Bollinger and Augusto Munguerietta came up big in the turning points. On the West, UC Santa Barbara beat USC 5-1. It was a legit statement. I got to watch some of this game. UCSB's staff combined to allow just 1 unearned run, and Nate Vargas was the breakout bat there. You also had Washington State knocking off Oregon State 7-6. Oregon State nearly stole it late with a Bryce Hubbard 2-run homer in the 9th, but Wazoo held on. James Madison beat Virginia 8-7 in extras, and that one was pretty much what it looked like. Messy. It was a walk-riddled upset, which pretty much states it all there. And for ranked teams that handled business, Georgia smoked the Presbyterian Blue Hose by 4 touchdowns to a field goal, 28-3 and 7, which is just ridiculous. Georgia hung 14 in the second, 9 more in the third, and Trey Phelps hit a grand slam in the middle of that avalanche. Southern Miss beat New Orleans 3-2 in a grinder after falling behind 2-0 early. Evan Rogers drove in both Uno runs, but Southern Miss chipped back and got out for the win. Coastal Carolina beat Wake Forest 2-1 in a really tight one. Wake's bullpen actually looked good, combining for 6 strikeouts and giving up just 1 hit in 4 1/3 scoreless innings, but Coastal still found enough. North Carolina beat Charlotte 8-4, while Florida beat Florida State 4-3 to finish the season sweep. For FSU, Hunter Carnes' 2-run homer in the 8th made it interesting late, but Florida closed it out behind Joshua Reitnauer. And Texas State beat Texas A&M 9-8, which is one of the better back and forth games on the board. Jock Stewart's 3 RBI night stood out for Texas State, and the Bobcats got the last word after A&M had tied it up in the 6th. Now for today, the top 25 watch is pretty simple. Dartmouth at number 23, Boston College. That feels like a straight handle business spot for BC. Marshall at number 17, West Virginia. I think West Virginia can pull this one off as they continue to keep climbing. Number 21, Oregon is at Portland. This one has some upset potential. Portland's 19-10, and they're not a sleepy midweek opponent. And then UNLV at number 20, Arizona State is another one where the ranked team can't let the game get weird. And for my alma mater, Towson check-in, the Tigers are 14-15. They just beat Coppin State 14-7, and now they've got George Mason at 3 p.m. with a real chance to fight their way back to 500. As a Towson alum, that's one you want to see them grab. Follow for more college baseball.